Sagittarius, hello, my darlings. Welcome to your October reading. Thank you for being supportive and loving during this summer, whilst I've been going through a great period of transformation and transition. I am now delighted to be back reading in Divine Design, and I so much appreciate all of your lovely comments and emails that you have sent me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am going to move straight ahead into the reading. We are using a variety of decks. I'm using the Spirit Animal Oracle for you to start off with, the Spirit Tarot for you as well afterwards. Furthermore, that's interesting. I shall be using my Veritas Oracle Deck, which is available to purchase, and you can see a little bit more of that later on in the reading. The link is in the description box below. Messages and affirmations and all about the spiritual laws of the universe are on the back within the messages for you as well. So let's move ahead with the reading and see what overriding message Spirit has from the Spirit Animal Oracle for you, for Sagittarius, for those that most need to hear the message. And if it resonates with you, my darling, you are hearing it within your divine design. Thank you, Spirit. For Sagittarius, what wishes to come out for Sagittarius? There we go. What have we got? We've got the antelope spirit speed. It is. Life is speeding up. Life is speeding up. That's wonderful, darling. So what I'm feeling with this card, with number 2 as well, is that life is speeding up for you, as shown in the card. But it is very important that you maintain your balance, your ability to have a balanced perspective while life is speeding up, your ability to be, not to rush things, to go with where you feel you should be going at this time, to kind of just go with the flow. You know, the antelope tends to live in a herd, tends to be very social, but also will tend to move with that herd as well. So it's not necessarily about moving with the crowd, but it's about moving with the overriding energy that's around you. The antelope spirit, life is speeding up, which means that life has been a little bit slower for you. You've gone through what we might call the winter gestation period of your life. You've gone through a time of rest. You've gone through a time of renewal. And now there is change. And change is amazing, darling. Don't fear change. Change is the bridge between where you are now and where subconsciously or consciously you are desiring to be. So look at this change, look at what is speeding up, look at the energy that's moving around you, look at things that are happening, and observe them through the universe's eyes to see, okay, so that's happening because I feel that that's going to happen afterwards. That happened, which I didn't like at the time, but now I kind of see the pattern that's emerging from that. And be very, number 5, with this change, with the rhino spirit, overcome any obstacle. Be very determined, be very forceful, but not forcing anything. I trust that makes sense. So you are standing in your power, you are charging ahead because you feel the energy around you is asking you to speed up in terms of what it is you're looking to achieve. And that determination and that drive and that discipline and that focus that you're giving at this time is creating a sort of vortex of energy behind you that's almost pushing you forward. So overcoming any obstacle. Let's have a look. And they're also saying, Sandpiper Spirit, remember to be playful. Remember to have fun. Remember you're meant to enjoy this. Let's see what Spirit Song has for you. Thank you. So I like to see these numbers, by the way, 50 and 2 or 5 and 2. This is balanced change for you as well. And there is a beautiful sort of pattern to it all. That's what, again, I'm saying with this card. There's a beautiful pattern to it. There's beautiful symmetry that is happening. And you're almost being carried by what is happening, that energy that's pushing you forward. You also have around you at this time various guides, old ancestral guides who have gone through something similar before and are there to assist you. So do remember to ask for help, to thank those guides for asking you to help. They may be physical guides that are present again in another physical form from old ancestral guides, or they may be in spiritual form, but whatever they are, you know, just ask for help or thank for the help that has been given at this time for you. Thank you, Spirit. What else would you wish to say for Sagittarius? Queen of Crystals, comfort and prosperity, and the Queen of Acorns. My goodness, you are very much, and the Sun at the bottom of the deck, you're very much in the space of being at this time. And I love to see that. The Kings and Queens are about embodying an energy. And this is your combination of your energy. And what I'm also seeing here with Antelope Spirit and then the Queen of Acorns with the deer here is that you're very much in this space of feminine, the divine feminine energy. These are two queens here, also with the Queen of Crystals. And the feminine energy within us is one of receptivity. It's one of balance. It's one of non-judgment. It's one of being able to receive. It's one of intuitive, creative, inspired thought that comes through you. So trust in what is coming through, trust in your passions, trust in your creativity, my darling. Continue to let your movements forward. Life is speeding up. Because it's been guided by your heart. It's been guided by your wholehearted approach as well. And keep tapping into all of those creative energies. And remember, be playful. So if you find yourself as you are doing what you do so beautifully well, it's the law of pure potential. It's the pure potential within you that's coming through at this time, like the acorn to the oak. It's nothing that you are learning. It is what you are remembering that's already within you, perhaps from past lifetimes as well, but it's within your soul. And, you know, that soul within us, we are a spiritual being having a human experience. We tend to see it the other way around, but you're being driven by your soul's desire, by your soul's calling at this time. So you're sort of in a space as a Queen of Wands. You know, not everybody may understand why you're so passionate about something or what it is, why you're doing what you do, but you are at this time, if you imagine yourself as a point of energy, you are radiating self-confidence. And that, my darling, is the most powerful being energy of all. It's less of the doing, it's more of the being and being carried by that harmonious creative energy. We were created to create. And in this moment of creation, everything is naturally seeding, budding, flowering as you are embodying that beautiful passion, creativity, and self-confidence. And then you've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is the little hedgehog here, which says comfort and prosperity. So it's a reminder for you that you've been through a lot. There is probably a little bit of, you know, and again, you're very protective of your space. You're very protective of your energy. You're very protective of, you'd rather curl up like the little hedgehog than get into a fight, get into any discord. You're much more focused on being in balance, being at peace, focusing on self-is, which is wonderful, and remaining grounded. And that is a very, very, very powerful place to be, because remaining committed to yourself, remaining committed to your knowings, to your beliefs, it takes courage to do that. It takes courage not to be swayed by others' beliefs. And you are overcoming obstacles at the moment because you almost see your way through them. You kind of just, it's that sort of charging ahead, almost chariot energy with the rhino. And the only thing that Spirit wants to say to you as well regarding that is the only person that's getting in the way of this really is you. If there is any insecurities, although you're radiating self-confidence, there are a few things that perhaps you, with the change that is happening, that is making you a little unsettled. And Spirit is saying, try and get out of the way of yourself. Just like the rhino coming down the road, you'd get out of the way. So just get out of the way of yourself and just know that this is old belief systems that are just kind of being triggered and coming up about who perhaps you thought you were as opposed to who you're beginning to realize you are. and just kind of smile at yourself and say, do you know what? I understand this is an old trigger, an old thought pattern that's happening. And then you've got vitality and joy has come out with the hummingbird. So again, about being playful, and the hummingbird is always humming, hovering in the present moment. You know, don't forget, in your rush, in this speeding up of your life, there is so much change that's happening. And, you know, it could be a little bit overwhelming at times. Don't forget that life is always, ever, always, infinitely always about the perpetual present. And it's always about the here and now. So don't forget, in the rush, in this speeding up, that, because I almost feel like life is catching up with your energy. Your energy, whatever you have been through, whatever has happened, whatever you have evolved from, you are now embodying an energy of the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. And that is, there is so much value to that. You're consciously manifesting, you're looking at life very, very spiritually. I feel that you are embodying much more so as a spiritual being than as a human being. And if this reading is resonating with you, you'll understand. You're very observant the whole time. You're very intuitive. You're able to receive. You're graceful in your ability to move with what is happening. But I feel you've made such a huge shift that the universe is sort of catching up with you now. So that's why there's so much change happening for you. 5-0 is big change. That's big change. It's not just a 5, it's the 5-0. And you are going to overcome any obstacle with your perception, with understanding the foresight of what is happening. But do remember to be playful. Do remember to be in the present moment, like the hummingbird. You know, everybody loves the hummingbird. It would make people stop and look. So I feel that your energy is sort of, you know, it's sort of brimming over with beautiful enthusiasm and joy about so much. But you're also quite a quiet person. Think about the hedgehog, think about the hummingbird. You're quite shy. You may put on displays that are lovely, and people look after you, like to kind of talk to you and engage with you. But equally, you're just as comfortable in your own space. And so just remember about this perpetual present, and remember about that space that you want as well, and be protective and guard that space too. So let's have a look. And there we go. I was about to say, let's have a look with the Veritas Oracle deck, but one last card for you, the 7 of Cups. And this is about choices and ambitions. This is the lobster, and the lobster represents growth. The lobster is only forced in its growth. It forces itself against its shell, and then it breaks the shell in order to expand more. So it has to go through a certain amount of suffering to grow. And this is what I feel has happened with you. And you haven't, there may have been a few distractions along the way, but you now have, because of that growth, and you're sort of pointing upwards here, you're looking up, you're looking out, you're looking towards the light. You now have so many choices in front of you, so many infinite possibilities with the 7 of Cups. And that 7 is a powerful number of reflection. And I feel that each and every one of these choices that are either present or coming in for you are those that you are quietly reflecting on, with the understanding of what they have or they are meaning to you. And some of those choices have been things that perhaps you felt that you have moved past, but actually the universe is presenting them again, just to almost give you a little taste of what you thought you might want, but you don't want now. I trust that makes sense. But there's also some new choices, some new possibilities coming in for you. And during this transformation, just remember that unless it's absolutely crystal clear for you, that you have utter clarity and you feel that a choice, a decision is the right one to make, don't get cross at yourself if you can't come to a conclusion or a decision about something. It just means it's not the right timing within your divine design, but you're being shown things now. And you are being supported in that too. And you're also, within this transformation, remember that there is a settling down period that needs to happen. When the lobster starts to move, it'll churn up a lot of sand and things at the bottom of the sea. And I can see here, you know, there is the sort of the change that's sort of happening at the bottom of the sea. So whilst this change is happening, that momentum that you've built, just go with it, but don't try not to get overwhelmed by a big decision that you may need to make in the future. That future will be made in your perpetual present at the right time in your divine design. So, and you will know the decision when it happens and when it comes in. Live day by day, live moment by moment at this time. But you also have the Knight of Acorns, action and drive as well. Quite a lot of determination coming through here. And that, as I said, that drive, that movement, this is all movement, fast movement that's happening for you now. So, and I suppose what I'm being given is a little bit like a little twig being taken down a fast-moving river, and that twig will go with the path of least resistance. It might get tangled up and caught up in something for a moment or two, but the source energy, the water, is always trying to pull it forward, pull it forward, pull it forward. So let yourself be carried at the moment, because there's nothing for you to actually hold on to. You're not meant to hold on to anything. You're meant to let go of all attachments at this time, because this might be about you moving, relocating, big changes. You know, it's a big change for you, whatever it is, or big changes, and everything's connected with everything else. So just go with it at this time. So let's have a look lastly, and where attention goes, energy flows, with the Eight of Acorns here, the eel. So Eight of Wands, where you're giving your attention is very much in your reality. And there is a lot of very fast sort of results that are going to happen with this eel, this sort of electric eel as well. So thank you. One last card for Sagittarius with regards this situation: the antelope, the rhino, the Queen of Acorns, the Queen of Pentacles, the Sun, the Seven of Cups, thank you, and the Knight of Wands. They're saying, it's very interesting, you've got perception at the bottom of the deck. All is not as it seems. Be open to a new perspective before your next move. So if you did have any queries and questions going on in your head about something that you're being asked to make at this time, which might be quite an ambitious choice, quite a big choice for you to make. All is not as it seems. Not everything has yet been unveiled from the universe, revealed from the universe, because it hasn't been quite the right time within your divine design. You may have felt, after a period of perhaps, you know, climbing ladders here, whether this is ladders of success, ladders in jobs, ladders to do with relationships, or whatever it may be, my darling, you may have felt that you've taken a massive step backwards, you've slid backwards. Actually, you haven't. And that's the wonderful thing about, you know, the snake and the game of life. The snake cannot hear and is therefore not influenced by others around it. And the snake represents that direct perception of pure soul loving energy through a momentary clear lens of life. And so therefore you've had to kind of revisit or re-go back to something in order to come out in this wonderful game more advanced, more evolved, more ready. And so the affirmation for you is, I call upon infinite intelligence to show me a crystal clear lens of life. So it's also a reminder for us as well that, you know, we and only we take things in. When we close our eyes, that's our personal space, that's our personal universe. And we and only we make that choice, make that decision, make that observation about how we're going to receive something, however it is, in whatever sense or form it comes in. And therefore, it's always our choice how we shift and change and perceive things. And I think you've made a massive adjustment in terms of your judgment of something, your perception of something. And therefore, because of that, this game of life has changed for you. And this is really, really fabulous. But it also means that you can't also control how others might perceive it. They will see it through their lens of life as well. And so I feel that being in the Queen of Wands space, being in the Queen of Pentacles space, it is without judgment from you. It is with understanding. And this is why the universe is responding so fast with where you are facing big decisions at this time. The last card from my deck is my 3 little doggies, painted by Julia the artist, outside my reading room. And this is Patience. Look at the little nut with her little skinny daxy body. And there's my fat little Daisy. She's so cute. And there's little baby in the middle with her wonky ear. Patience. Patience, patience, patience. Have perfect patience for what is not yet revealed. Remember that it hasn't yet been revealed, but evolving divinely for you. Be in a faithful state of appreciation and anticipation. So they're saying, just like dogs, be loyal to your cause, be loyal to your passions, be loyal to what you kind of feel that you know, be loyal to it all, be loyal to yourself, but just be incredibly faithful in the anticipation of success for you. Everything is unfolding perfectly for you. Just like dogs, practice that perfect patience. Be in the perpetual present like dogs are. Be playful. Keep that vibe going. Life is speeding up, my darling, and it's speeding up for a divine reason for you. So I kind of almost feel like the magic at the end of the rainbow. There we are. So much love for you. I hope you have a gorgeous weekend wherever you are, and I look forward to reading for you again next week. Take care, my darlings. Lots of love. Bye-bye.